What's up, guys? This is MadSquash924 here. Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Part 25. We're here. We're about to go leave Dantooine. We're going to the Ebon Hawk. We have Bastila mission with us, and we're just gonna leave. Let's get out of here. Padawan, a word if I may. There are many rumors about the most recent meeting with the Jedi Council. There was talk that they are sending you on a mission to help us against Malak and the Sith. This is technically true. How do you exactly know the council gave me a mission? I just was informed of it myself. I saw you going into the council chambers. You were there for some time. I naturally assumed the council had given you a task to perform. Please understand that I'm not asking you to reveal anything that you could endanger the order of the Orderly Republic. Whatever task the council has given you is for your ears, not mine. I only wanted to wish you well, but to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. Okay? Right. What are you talking about? Master Dorek has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the academy. In my studies, I have come across tales of creatures that are born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is the Tyrannotek, a beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the centuries, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. Okay. That's just great. What makes it so dangerous, other than the fact that I guess it feeds on the Force? You're making it sound like? A Tyrannotek is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have an inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe a Tyrannotek is a monster bred by the ancient Sith and spread throughout the... Okay. Fortunately, the Tyrannotek is quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, one has not been seen in nearly 40 years. I like how the other line I was trying to read out to you guys was apparently very fast for some reason. And if that's the case, why are you worried about them now? Well, this is not the first time a Tyrannotek has vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they can lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malak's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to try and exterminate them. Well, I didn't know they went on great hunts to try to exterminate such creatures. Well, the Great Hunt was organized by the Jedi Council shortly after the war against Exar Kun, understand. Jedi were scattered throughout the galaxy, helping to rebuild from the devastation. Many Jedi vanished during this period, disappearing from a variety of worlds without warning. We did not know they had been slain until the mutilated bodies began to be discovered. The Council investigated, and discovered the Tyrannotek were behind the killings. It was decided that the galaxy had to be purged of these insatiable monsters, though the cost proved high. Okay. And the cost was of many lives, I assume? Many Jedi banded together and journeyed to the planets they were suspected of harboring the Tyrannotek. The Great Hunt did not rest until all the creatures had been slain, or almost all. There were still rumors of a Tyrannotek on the planet of Korriban, a dark world some believe to be the birthplace of the Sith. That is where Exar Kun was corrupted during the First Sith War. They never went to Korriban. The Council, fearing more Jedi might fall to the dark side, declared the Great Hunt was officially over, though 3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work. Right. 3 Jedi? Okay. What was so special about these 3 particularly? Well, the Jedi chosen to continue the hunt on their own were Durang Keldroma, Gun Hasaresh, and Sheila Nir. These 3 shared a powerful bond, and each of them was devoted to the light. The Council felt that together they would be able to defeat any Tyrannotek they found, and by supporting each other, they could resist temptations of Korriban and the lure of the dark side. But none of these three survived. Their master felt become one with the Force, and when they left this world, he believed they were slain by one of the monsters they sought. The council felt it was too dangerous to send anyone else in search of these remains, so their exact fate is not known. But let their death serve as a warning to you, Padawan. Okay, I mean, that's great info. Can I ask you some more questions then? If you have questions, you should talk or speak to Mr. Dorak. He is the chronicler of the Academy here on Tatooine and is far more knowledgeable than I. Okay, well, that's great then. Bye-bye. Then may the Force be with you. Wow, that's a whole pack of information. Trying to leave Tatooine, and doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Alright, so this is our technically first time getting to explore our ship, the Ebon Hawk. Before that, we had basically cutscene into our ship, and then we were forced to leave. So, for people that don't know, this is where Mission hangs out. Here she is. Obviously, this is where we leave and board our ship. Over here is our garage, where Candace resides, and so does our workbench. If we take this corner and look over to the left, that's the engine room, and we go this way, is the med bay. And then if we continue down this corridor, we actually have our cargo bay, where we have our supplies, and then you can actually store items in here in various compartments if those so wished. However, there is a singular compartment, this one in particular, which is currently locked, as you guys will see in a moment. This appears to be some type of hidden smuggling compartment. Without proper codes, you will not be able to open it. We'll come to that at a much later date. So keep that in the back of your minds, and maybe you'll remember it, maybe you won't. I'm not sure. If we continue down this route, there's some more bunks over here where nobody is. And here's the main deck, where we have a holo terminal, some other terminals, and we have T3, Zalbar, and Juhani that reside here. We go in here, into this room. This is where people have different coordinates, I believe. There's a Nava computer in here, which is never addressed in this game. It is addressed in the second game. And then here's the cockpit where we can use the navigational computer and we can leave from and to where we want to go. And Karth and Bastila reside here. Before we go and leave, I would like to try to speak to everybody about their interests, their quest lines, so to speak. That would be the thing I would like to do. Mission's not going to have anything until we head to Tatooine for her mission. We can talk to Candace.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, I was just wondering if you had any more war stories. Oh, and I'll mention other things when I go talk to everybody else as well. For Candace, he can give us adrenal stimulants, which varies from different stimuli, so raising strength, dex, constitution, all those stuff temporarily.
Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need?
Yeah, can I get more?
Here's a strength. There anything else?
And he will keep giving us them as long as we have like a certain number, and then he'll just not give us any more.
Here's a speed boost. There
which is good. You can technically utilize that.
Here's a speed.
And
anything else you need? Here's a speed.
Sell them and then go back to Canterbury to get more and sell them. You can technically make a lot of credits doing it that way, but it's not the best way to make credits.
Here's a stamina. There anything else? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise, you might destroy your adrenal system. A real warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself. There anything else you need?
In a moment. And then I'll just show you what we've got. So he gave us 8 of these. So +4 dex, +4 con, and +4 strength. And they last 120 seconds per stim. So it's good. It's helpful.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What exactly did you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Did it backfire?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
Sorry about the dog barking. What was it? An asteroid?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
Wow, it was a ship.
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
No, that's it.
Your
Thank
choice.
you. So, if you guys, for those of you that know your Legends canon very well, and this is speculation, but they don't exactly tell you, it's going based off of the old canon of which that was a Yuzong Vong ship. If you know what the Yuzong Vong is, feel free to look it up. And if you don't, also look it up. Check it out. Read the backstory of the Yuzong Vong. It takes place during after episode 6. I think roughly 25 years. I think after episode 6. I don't quote me on that. I think that's roughly when it is. However, I know my canon of after episode 6 less than I do of the past before episode 1. I know a lot of the past, not as much of the aftermath. To be fair, since Disney owns it now anyways, it doesn't even matter if I knew it or not, just because of the fact that now it's not canon. But potentially all this stuff is, so that's pretty cool to think about still. If we talk to T3, so he can give us spikes, and I think he can also work as a workbench? No, he cannot. He can in the second game, though. Let's see if we can get any spikes out of him. Thank you. I don't know how many we're going to be able to acquire. Nope, just one. Got it. Thank you. If we talk to Zalbar... Is there something more you want? Yeah, I just want grenades. He is your grenade maker. Alright, let's see what I can do. I think I have enough parts for something. Just a moment. There you are, one grenade. Careful with it. Alright, and we'll just have him make a bunch of grenades for us. And also beneficial because we also sell our grenades, so that's another technical moneymaker. So you can sell both grenades and stimuli if you really want to. You've got a bunch already. You really don't want these things banging around together. Use some first. Very well, bye-bye. Right. Hello, Juhani. Nice robes.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
Yeah, kinda. You probably should apologize. I think you should.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes. and in my own.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I forgive you. It's fine. But, don't let it happen again.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed.
Cool. I think we talked to her
How
again.
may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could possibly talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
I don't know. What you got? How'd you become a
I
Jedi?
came to be a Jedi. I am sure
Yeah.
you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
I mean, even if it's not very interesting, I'd rather listen to it regardless.
It goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
So did you live on Cathar?
It was not the homeworld of the Cathar that I lived on. My parents had long fled from that place, and perhaps that is a story for another time. Rather, it was a human hive world that I was raised on, the hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread, but we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Cool. So, I assume you met a Jedi, considering the fact that, you are one.
Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was old, and maybe a little enamored.
So, what did you do?
From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference as the Jedi wore. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Right. By action, you mean sitting around in the
How may I
ship.
be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Let's see, you got more info?
What would you like to speak to me about?
You alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Okay. Why is that? Is something up?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
I don't care. That's a terrible thing to say. That's you wouldn't say that to people. You're like, oh wow, you know, I really don't care about you that much. Like, that's awful. Well, perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think perhaps that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
Okay. I mean, if I see you begin to slip back, I'll try to intervene and prevent that from happening. Okay?
Thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Cool. Let's talk to Karth and Bastila, and then we will begin our journey outwards.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Don't know. You've been kind of quiet as of late, which is kind of odd for you. What's up?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Excuse me? I don't understand.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
It is actually. It is very strange, in fact, why they didn't do that. So don't think that's totally like bizarre. But it's fine. I should be able to tell you about these things. We are going out together and searching for these things. So they thought it was more important that I help find star maps, and then stay on Dantooine.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
I mean, they trained me for like 3 weeks. That's fine, right? But they said there was a bond between Bastila and myself, something that couldn't be disconnected so easily.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Technically, these are all very understandable. I can see why Carth is in this position, why he thinks in this way. So don't think he's just being a dick, because I get that. I would be kind of the same way if I was in his position. And then you have to drive the ship for the guy that you don't even know why you're driving the ship for. So yeah, I understand this position of thinking. It's a little different than when he was like, oh, I don't trust you. This is, why aren't you telling me what's happening? We need to know what's going on. We have to go, but I don't know why. So yeah. Let's see if I can try to say that. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Are you saying I'm not needed? I'm here and that's not gonna change. Get over it. I'm sick of listening to you rant. Why didn't you leave? That's terrible. Like, if I didn't understand him and I was just annoyed by him, sure. But I understand him. Let's see, Basil and I have a bond. We have to do this together. That's all I'm going to say. Look, he already understands that. I'm not going to say that. Are you saying I'm just not needed?
No, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted or that I want to go. It's just... Damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Betray you? Okay. I'm not Saul. I'm not going to betray you.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Here's the thing. I understand his line of thinking. So, it's not totally out of the question why he acts in this manner. I understand him. And I guess that's why I like Carth a little more than other people do. Regardless, let's talk to Bastila.
How can I help?
You wanna ask me something?
How did you know?
Oh, you know that face. It's just like, it was really scrunched up, kind of like a Kenrath pup. Yeah, that's a good way for saying it.
A Kinrath pup. It most
Yeah.
certainly is not. I am a Jedi, remember? I have far too much mental discipline to reveal what goes on inside my mind with such obvious physical clues. My thoughts remain hidden, including whatever my feelings are for you. I mean, whatever I feel... whatever I think about you.
Oh, that's so cute. You're so cute when you're embarrassed. That's crazy. Didn't know you had feelings for me.
That is you. Why must you be so impossibly infuriating? You know very well what I am really talking about. I am referring to the bond between us, the one the Jedi Council spoke of.
Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Okay. So, you think I'm in trouble. Okay. So, what do you think I should do
I don't
exactly?
think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters. But I
We don't
feel
have that
not
luxury.
possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Right. So then why were you getting so upset? Because I was harassing you?
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned. For you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
Right, because of the bond, I understand. Alright. So, it does work both ways. So, I can help you, you can help me stay strong. It's
Yes,
the way it
that is
works.
true. I will do my best to guide you, but I am no master. Not yet. And there are times when I find the sheer strength of your power almost overwhelming. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
Okay, I mean, I appreciate that. Don't think I
I
don't.
only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Sure. Any other conversational things
How
you
can I
might
help?
add? Don't know.
Then I
guess
suggest
not.
we move on.
Indeed, let us move on to a new planet, so to speak. Finally leave Dantooine. We could go to Yavin? Really? I know we could go to Yavin in the console version. That didn't used to be a thing. Well, let's go to Yavin. So, I didn't know you could do this. This is not used to be a thing you used to be able to do in the console version. You could do it in the app version for sure, and on PC version, but like back in the OG Xbox you couldn't, unless you had like Xbox Live. So this is a treat. I didn't think we were gonna get this. I'm excited. And you're gonna see why I like Yavin so much. And so, for quick pro quo for what's gonna happen at Yavin, we will actually be going to Yavin after every planet we do. We'll come back to Yavin. That's the plan. Ooh, let's see what's happening here. See what Malik's up to. And Saul Kareth.
Lord Malik, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malik. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malik. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. But I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malik, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Calo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malik.
It's pretty exciting. To Yavin! And you thought we were gonna go on the planet? No, no, no. We're going on a space station next to Yavin. But this is cool. Right. I could talk to the companions again. We'll do that. Once we leave Yavin. And then probably try again after the fact. I was checking our supplies in the cargo hold. Something's not right. What are you talking about? Well, we just left Dantooine. What can possibly be wrong with the supplies? Someone's been into the emergency stash of food. Mission I asked everyone, but nobody knows anything about it. You might want to check out the food storages the next time you're in the cargo hold. Okay, so stuff is happening now in the cargo hold. Great. Well, we will go to Yavin first, and then we will take care of the cargo hold things afterward that. So first thing we're gonna do, who should we pick up? Bring Juhani, since we never brought her before, since she's new, and who is the least leveled? These three are. So we have to bring one of these three. We can bring Zalbar, I think. It's not gonna matter too much. We won't stay in Yavin long. And I will level them up before we end today's episode. Rest assured. So, Zalbar, what do you got? Your demos as usual, your treat injury, and your awareness? Yes. Juhani, she is a Jedi Guardian. If we look at her statistics, she's got a pretty decent dexterity. We could pump her strength up another one so she gets a +2 in her strength. And her charisma could use another plus to get that to a +2 in her charisma. But she has a Jedi Knight robe, which is the same equivalent as my robe. She has a blue lightsaber. We can give her an energy shield. Give her some more will. And reflex or fortitude. What's worse for you? Reflex, fortitude. Fortitude is technically worse. There we go. And then we will upgrade you. So let's see. We're going to do treat injury for you, as we do all Jedi. Since she is a Guardian, she will also get quite a many of feats, similarly to I. We do have some implants, so I do actually want to give her an implant slot right now. I know that's probably not the best what people would think, but I do want to give her an implant slot so she can actually use some of these things. It doesn't matter which one we pump it into right now. So I'll leave it blank, I think, until we get a plus into something. We'll give her the strength, so she gets the +2. Give her treat injury, give her awareness. And I'm going to try and make her a little more interesting. We could give her force shield. She already has it. Gives us the +2, the +4 defense instead of the +2. I also got to make her use Jedi support, so she'll use her powers more often. We'll give her treat injury, some awareness. From here... Oh, do we want her to use 2 lightsabers or 1 lightsaber? We do have the option, and we do have enough lightsabers to actually make that happen. I kind of want to give her 2 lightsabers. I usually do 1, but why not, right? Right. Let's do this again. There we go. You got another power. Could give you stasis. We'll do that. And that'll do you for now. She has a +13 to hit, and I'm going to give her another blue. Actually, could give her a red. Regardless, well, what we end up going to want later anyways is going to be something different. We're going to want a short lightsaber, so it counteracts some of the negatives to having 2 weapons in our hands. So we have to keep an eye out for for a short lightsaber, and then give her that. And then we can adjust the color accordingly if we have said color. Zalbar, we haven't had you in some time. What do we have for you? You have strength of 21 thanks to these gauntlets. You have dexterity of 15 thanks to this. You have 20 in constitution. And so that's not going to do you anything. And we could give you more dex, but it's not really required. We'll give her the dexterity for the moment. It's not helping her in any sort of matter. But it's fine. Can't give you those. Reflex. And you have the prototype Viper Blade. Correct.
Sure.
My wish is to end the episode. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to end the episode here. On the next episode, we will continue into the Yavin spaceport. And then once we do all the stuff here, we will head back to the Ebon Hawk, deal with whatever hell's in our cargo hold, and see from there. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you guys think of today's episode. If you guys are interested in this Let's Play, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notified for my latest videos. And I'll talk to you guys next time on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Bye-bye!